Yasser Khan is a Canadian Muslim and he's a journalist. So we sent him to the Hajj this year where he followed a young Canadian couple, Shafia and Naeem Sahib, on their journey of a lifetime. Now, the Saudi Arabian government granted Yasser extraordinary access to places most journalists are never allowed. He was given permission to freely videotape things most non-Muslims have never seen. So here's his unprecedented look behind the scenes at the Hajj.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Shafi and I had always, when we got married, we knew we wanted to go for Hajj young. Before we started a family, before we were tied down, that's it, before we had debts. I'm anxious, I'm nervous. God only chooses a few, and I was one of them, so I'm just grateful for that.
6:24 a.m.
6:24.
I'm so happy to be amongst them. I can't believe it. I'm so still shocked at all these people who are here.
And this is not even everyone. Everyone's body on the bus just got recharged, refueled. We are here. We are coming to the house of God. My eyes just, it just glittered. I can't explain it. It just glittered when I saw it. And all this energy just came. I just wanted to run off the bus and just run right into the mosque.
دير لحجاج فلسطين حجاج الجزائر السلام عليكم جزاك الله خير يا شيخ الله ينصر الاسلام والمسلمين نيجيريا السلام عليكم باكستان السلام عليكم نيجيريا السلام عليكم
Try not to get close into the Mataf area, no point in trying to touch the Kaaba and so on now, because there's a lot of pushing for that. You can go back afterwards and do it, like on your own and so on.
For Muslims, we believe that it's the most sacred place on earth, the Kaaba. The first house of worship that was established for the worship of God Almighty.
I saw the Kaaba from far, and I didn't want to see it for the first time from so far, so I put my head down and I kept walking closer until I was out in the open, and I raised my eyes up, and all I saw was the Kaaba, and it's like a picture just came to life right in front of me, and all these people walking around the Kaaba, it just came to life.
Those are the moments that nobody will ever forget. Nobody will forget. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful.
It's very hard to contain yourself the first time, and literally everyone, our entire group, I was holding my wife's hand, Shafia's hand, and we just broke down. We walked into the open courtyard, and we walked around, and that is when we started to do tawaf, the going around the Kaaba 7 times in a counterclockwise way. As soon as you come out, I was a little bit surprised at how commercialized Mecca is. As soon as you walk in the Haram area, in the Kaaba area, you forget everything, and those things don't mean anything. Are you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm coming. Witnesses to the world.
I don't know what my wife is thinking. I didn't even tell her I was coming up. I'll see the look on her face when we come off the bus.
We hopped on the bus. There wasn't enough room, so some people had to go on the top, including Naim. He had to sit on the top, which must have been a nice view. I would have liked to sit at the top too, but I was already inside the bus.
وتلاوة القرآن ما أحلى صوت الآذان وإقامة الصلوات وتلاوة القرآن جل جلاله لا شريك.
Mina is where most of the rituals of the Hajj takes place. The space that's available to each pilgrim, it's usually very small. You have maybe a thin foam mattress, and that's your space. Put it on the ground. That's where you sleep. That's where you pray.
Actually, it's really organized for tents. I mean, look at this. Gourmet food.
Be mindful of where our tent is so you don't get lost. It's number 32, and so you can look at the numbers to find the place. Try to recognize where we are, because as you know, when we came in, I mean, there's so many alleyways and so on, you can easily get lost.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. But one of the most important things to pray for when you come here is for mercy and forgiveness.
Well, we've been in the tent for most of the day. As you can see, we don't have a phone, no TV, no bed, no email, no computer, no work. And it reminds you that you're only here for one purpose, and that purpose is to be in a constant remembrance of God.
This is something very different. I go to work, I wear business casual, dress pants, dress shirt. Sometimes you wear a suit and tie. And then I had to wear 2 white unsewn pieces of cloth. It was a bit uncomfortable at the beginning, because you know you're not wearing no underpants or anything like that. You're just wearing 2 pieces of cloth, and that's it. That's all you're wearing. And it's very different for me. It's very humbling.
It's hard. You have to be very, very patient with people. You have to make sure the things that you say and the things that you do are not going to harm anybody in any way. And it's hard because it's very crowded here. You can push and shove people accidentally. You might end up saying something mean because you lose your patience. But that's what Hajj is about.
17 waiting at the gate.
There's a problem with the bus. Someone took our bus and we're trying to get onto another one. Inshallah, God willing, we'll get a bus.
The whole world is like going to Arafat, and there's so much traffic. We are waiting for our bus to come by so we can hop on the bus. We found out that it was packed. It was already packed full of people.
When we ride on another bus, other bus people came and they, start shouting and, screaming on us. So, and now we are in middle of sort of nowhere and waiting for another bus to come.
The air is incredibly excellent. Polluted on that side by the smog, and polluted on this side by the bathrooms. So I think we're in the middle of a good place here, just kind of at the border. But best of both worlds, someone might say,
Well, when we come back, the most important part of the journey to forgiveness for Muslims on the Hajj.